Webready makes sending invoices easy. Before creating your first invoice, you may want to connect a payment gateway with Webready. Doing so will allow your guests to pay via the Pay with Card button right in the electronic invoice you send them. Let's take a look at how it's done. From your dashboard, navigate to the far left and click Bookings. Then open the Inquiry Details overlay for the booking you'd like to make an invoice for. You can do this by either clicking on the booking directly in your calendar view or by navigating to the booking list and selecting the inquiry there. For this example, we'll click directly on the booking. Then click New Invoice. Webready will auto-generate the invoice based on the billing information in the inquiry. You may make changes or add line items to the invoice by clicking Add Line Item. For example, you may want to add line item when you have an extra fee. Towards the bottom of the invoice, you may enter your payment terms, payment instructions, and notes. All of these will be visible to your guests. To proceed with the invoice, you'll want to set an invoice date and invoice due date. Once you're satisfied with the invoice, then click Save at the top right. And that's it. Your invoice has been successfully created. After saving your invoice, you will remain on the invoice with the option to perform any of the following actions. You can choose to mark your invoice as paid, unpaid, or canceled. In the event you have charged a user via another payment method or taken cash payment, it will sometimes result in you needing to manually mark the invoice as paid. If a payment to you has failed, you may need to change the invoice status to unpaid. Clicking here allows you to preview the invoice. You can see exactly what the guest will see when they click on the link to your invoice. You can click here to print the invoice. Retain a hard copy of the invoice for your records, or present to the guests should they ask for a paper receipt. Once the invoice has been saved, you have the option to send the invoice now or send the invoice later. Preparing invoicing and payments are one of the many exciting features with Webready.